list.
Matt Cooper on The Last Word with Permanent TSB. For real savings options, talk to Permanent TSB.
Well, no shortage of competition in the mobile phone market. A new Irish company, Just Mobile, is taking on all the giants in the business. We're joined by its managing director, Donal Lawless. Hello to you, Donal.
Hi, Matt. Thanks very much for having us here.
So tell us, what are you offering customers?
Well, today, Matt, we launched Ireland's newest, only Irish-owned, most convenient, best value mobile network in the country.
Oh, no, you're not doing the advertising, no. But you are Irish-owned, so tell us, where are you going to be selling your mobile phones and the various packages?
Well, we've partnered with Spar, Eurospar, Mace and XL Stop and Shop, who have over 1,000 outlets throughout the country. We launched today in 650 stores, 500 towns, and we're going to roll out the rest over the next few weeks.
So, in other words, you're not setting up your own shops as the big operators like your O2s and Meteors and Vodafones would have?
No, I don't know why we do that when we've got perfectly good distribution centres there for already in place with really progressive and innovative store owners.
Okay, so they basically will be selling on your behalf. Is it going to be contract or prepaid?
We're launching with prepay. We have the ability to do bill pay, and we'll do that next year.
Okay, and how much is this all going to cost you?
Well, more than your average lunch would, Matt. But we've fully funded. We're backed by Powerscourt Investments. Sean Melly, who's a telecoms entrepreneur, he's done this before here and throughout Europe. So we're fully funded right through the cash flow positive, and we're really in good shape to take on the big guys.
How difficult is it to persuade people to move from their existing operator to a new mobile phone operator?
I think a few years ago it would have been very difficult, but with what's happened in the last few years, and I don't want to use the R word, people are looking for real value. For the first time in Ireland, people are concerned about their phone bills, they're concerned about their shopping bills, and they're really looking to buy best value, and they're looking to buy Irish, Matt.
Okay, what numbers are you offering, or what other network will you be on?
We're using the Vodafone radio network for our coverage, so it's the best in the marketplace, 99.5% coverage, and you can keep your own number, but if you want a new number, we'll give you an 087 number.
Okay, Adrian Meckler from the Sunday Business Post is with us as well. Adrian, you've been looking at this latest offering, because there's quite a few offerings now in the mobile phone market, isn't there?
There are, Matt. Good evening. And first of all, can I just offer congratulations, I suppose, to Stuart in trying to set up a business in a pretty difficult economic
Stuart's outside the studios. Donal Lawless we have in here in studio.
That's okay, Adrian.
You're absolutely right. There are a lot of plans out there. I would have to say that Just Mobile is entering a very, very difficult market. This particular market, particularly the prepaid market, is contracting quite fast at the moment. There are 55,000 less mobile phone customers this year than there were last year. That's the first time in history that the number of mobile phone customers has contracted in Ireland. There's also €100 million less value in the market per quarter. So that's a 20% drop. Just Mobile have quite a lot of challenges. Now, I've been looking at the plans and the phones. By and large, it works out as pretty good value if you don't make many calls or many texts. I believe that the company is launching with a 20 cent per minute call charge and a 9 cent per text charge. Now, that's not bad value until you start comparing it to some of the other operators like Meteor or 3, who, if you top up by €20 a month, you end up getting unlimited text to any network and calls at a pretty decent rate as well. So it depends what kind of a mobile phone user you are. I would also say that the range of phones, of actual devices that they've launched 9 phones. They're pretty basic. Only one of them could be described as being approaching a smartphone, the Motorola XT720. It's an Android phone, but as far as I'm aware, the operator doesn't have any data plans yet, so you'll probably have to wait to use the internet on it.
Is that the case, Donal? Are these sort of phones that are just for people who make simple phone calls and texts on an occasional basis rather than heavy users?
Well, I'd like to thank Adrian. He's been following us for months on Twitter, so thanks a million, Adrian, and for your interest. It's fantastic. I'll make a couple of points, Matt, if you don't mind. The prepaid market is still 3.5 million people in Ireland, so there's plenty of people for us to get as customers, and we've actually seen a move away from bill pay to prepay. So in terms of a contracting market, yes, absolutely, spend is down, but there's still plenty of people for us to get as customers. I think in terms of handsets, we've launched with a simple prepay text and voice service. Yes, absolutely. So we've launched the phones to match that service. We'll be launching our data plan at the end of November, in which case we'll be introducing some smartphones and an exclusive, which is to come later on. And just to address the point in terms of people's usage, yes, operators offer free in inverted commas because you have to pay €20 to get something for free. I don't know how that works myself. I haven't figured it out.
€20 a month.
Yeah, the problem is that 70% of the prepay market, or 2.5 million people, simply can't afford or don't want to top up by €20 in one go, and they don't get any benefits from the operators. And this is a big point that has to be made. The operators only offer those programs because they know only a small fraction of people take them up. And the reality is, most people who are on those plans don't actually use €20 worth of credit, so therefore they're not getting anything for free.
Donal, how many jobs are you creating with this new business?
Today we've 25 people, and we're going to roll that up to 70 people over the next 24 months.
What will they be doing?
Everything from customer care, back-end service, marketing, fulfillment, the usual things that go along with a mobile service.
How worried were you to see Aircom recently get in again, not only having Meteor but offering this new e-service, e-mobile?
We think there's plenty of room, as I said earlier, in this market for more MVNOs, because this market is in very early stages of segmentation, which means market fragmentation and different offers. And I think we need to see more brands launching so that people can get real alternatives. And we're not particularly worried. You know, we've got a great offering. We've got a Just Cause program, and we're really in a good spot.
You'll have all the shops which will have it, but how are you going to market yourselves? Are you going to really push this Irish aspect?
Well, I think being Irish at the moment is very key to a lot of people, but we've got a lot more going to us as well, Matt. Apart from being the cheapest, we've got the coverage, we're convenient, and we've got our charity program.
Yeah, back to the advertising again, Donal. Last word on this to you, Adrian Meckler.
Yeah, Matt, I would say I'll give you a figure that will support Stuart's case. The average revenue per user in Ireland is still €35 per month. That's way higher than the European average. For example, in Britain, it's only €22 per user. So there is a case to be made that there still is some froth there, and there's still money to be played for. The only challenge, the only thing I would say is that Just Mobile is not the last mobile operator to launch this year. UPC are probably going to come into the market within the next couple of months. We've already had eMobile, as you pointed, and we had Postphone this year as well. So we've gone from 4 to 8 operators in a very short period of time.
Adrian Meckler of the Sunday Business Post, thank you for joining us. And Donal Lawless, a Managing Director of Just Mobile. Best luck to you. Hope it goes well for you. Back after this.